that popped up, okay? And they all point in one direction, right? Check this out.
Welcome back to the Crypto Bully Bear channel, where there's only fun recording and no financial advice. And we're just hanging out. We're just hanging out for a few people to get on here, kill some time. What's up, guys? I'll wait for a few people to get on. Just came across some information. I don't know, I'm just going to share it with you guys. Maybe you like it, maybe you won't. I got some shit I was digging up that I could really shut every XRP influencer up. But you're going to want to hang around for this video. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to give you a little knowledge now. But I've been digging, like I said. And I would really love to fucking bring on every XRP influencer. Let's do a video together. Bring me Proton Rick and Spaceman and Aston. And then let YouTube bring us four versus any 8 XRP influencers out here. Because it's not right. It's not right what they're doing at the moment. Telling people about buybacks and $10,000 and shit like that. What the bank's gonna buy back. I don't know. We'll see if I talk about that in this video. But no XRP influencer can say shit to me, or Aston, or Spaceman, or Proton Rick. I'm gonna play this video right here. We got 25 people. And have a listen. You'll still have to stare in my face, but whatever.
Are you gonna tell them?
Can you hear this?
You can heal, manifest, and talk to source at will. Idea that you don't need a middleman. How? Don't eat. Fasting is one of the keys. The body eats its own damaged cells when it has no food to eat, and the masses are not aware of this. They were taught to fear emptiness. They were conditioned to believe that constant consumption keeps them alive. But the ancient ones knew the inverse truth. Hunger is the doorway. Emptiness is activation. Silence in the stomach unlocks memory in the cells. When you stop feeding the body from the outside, the body begins to feed itself from the inside. Not out of desperation, but out of divine design. It scans for the weak, the corrupted, the misfolded. It identifies the cells that no longer carry your true frequency, and then it consumes them with precision, with purpose, with intelligence, older than any civilization you remember. This inner cleansing is not a biological quirk. It is the body's hidden alchemy, a built-in resurrection mechanism used by initiates, mystics, and star-born lineages, long before the masses forgot who they were. So the world you live in distracts you from this. They fear you discovering the truth, that your body can regenerate, that your cells can burn away the past, that your vessel can reset itself without medicine, without permission, without external force, without the hospitals. When the body is empty, it does not weaken. It becomes they forge. Old cells become fuel. Old patterns become ash. Old frequencies get dismantled so new frequencies can rise. This is why the ancients fasted before visions. This is why prophets emptied themselves before receiving messages. This is why the warriors went without food before transformation. Because when the body devours the damaged, you are not dying. You are rebirthing. The masses walk through life unaware of this sacred mechanism. But you are aware. You are awakened. Your body remembers the ritual. Your cells remember the assignment. And the emptiness you feel is not a void. It is the beginning of your transmutation. Peace.
Okay. That was one video.
Lucifer was the most beautiful angel. I want you guys to see something, okay?
Now this other guy here, that was about fasting. I'm going to play another video, and I'm thinking about talking about this XRP, XPR thing here. I'm going to play this video, though. Pretty interesting. There's a point in here where he says Lucifer is God, and God's Lucifer. And he makes a statement, and it makes sense. When you break down the word Lucifer, he is the light bringer. He brings the light. Right? When God was making the creations, right? 7-day creating, whatever. The first thing he created was light. But on the 4th day, he created the sun, the moon, the stars, and all that other shit. So on the 4th day, if he created the sun and the moon, 4 days later, where the fuck was the light coming from? Right? The first thing he said, let there be light. Without no sun, without no moon, he just said, let there be light. And he's basically stating that God himself is stating that he is the light bringer. Let there be light. Lucifer. Very interesting. I'll play it. You can have a listen if you care for it. And then we'll see if we'll get into the XPR Ripple thing.
Now, I asked the Google search tool some questions about Lucifer, and these are the things that popped up, okay? And they all point in one direction, right? Check this out. The idea that Lucifer was the most beautiful angel is primarily based on a traditional interpretation of that.
So he's showing right now Ezekiel 28:12 through 17. Ezekiel 28:12 to 17. He's not saying it.
At book, chapter, and verses, right? Now, where does it say Lucifer rebelled, right, against God? The Bible describes Lucifer's rebellion against God primarily through prophetic passages there's the same book, chapter, and verses, right? And then Isaiah 14:12. Do you get what I'm saying?
Isaiah 14:12.
Let's go to the next one. The idea that Lucifer was God's highest ranking angel is not directly stated in the Bible, but rather originates from theological interpretations, traditions, and literary works like John Milton's Paradise Lost. So this is a hybrid alien who authored a book and extra information on Lucifer, because there's nothing written about Lucifer anywhere in the Bible. It says nothing about him it says nothing about Lucifer in the Bible at all, okay? Especially the real Old Testament. It's talking about the morning star who is Satan and Jesus. So that means Jesus and Satan are the same people, right? But they put Lucifer's name in there because they want him to be the fall guy because he's really God. Now, let's break down Isaiah 14:12, right, where they put the word Lucifer in there, okay? In the real Old Testament, which is written all Hebrew, it says Halel ben Shachar, right? And it's a Hebrew phrase which translates to the shining one, son of the morning, son of the dawn, right? And that's where they're getting the morning star from, right? Which refers to the planet Venus, right? As the morning star. But like, this has nothing to do with Lucifer, because Lucifer right? It comes from the Latin word lux, which is light, and ferre, which means to bring, right? To bring, or ferre, lucifere, the light bringer, which has nothing to do with the morning star, right? Now, what's interesting about all this, right? They're saying it has to do with Venus, right? Now, the archangel, which they're saying Lucifer was an archangel, but we have no proof of that. The archangel that's associated with Venus is Haniel, which is a female. Is the celestial garden directly associated with planet Venus, right? Archangel Haniel is traditionally associated with the planet Venus, which functions as the morning star, not Lucifer, Haniel. Okay, morning star. So Lucifer is not the morning star, he is the light bringer. Okay? The light bringer, the light bearer. Right? Which is God, because, right? This is Genesis chapter 1, verse 3, the beginning of the Bible. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. He brought the light. He's the light bringer. The light bringer is Lucifer, who is God. The reason why I say this, right? This is the first day of creation, okay? Okay? The earth was out. This is the first day they brought the light, right? Which is interesting because check this out. According to the Bible, the sun, moon, and stars were created on the fourth day of creation. Do you see what I mean? The Bible, the historical accounts are all wrong. It's all fake. But there's information in there that's pertinent. It's sporadically spread out through the Bible. And they have to tell us the truth somehow, and they tell us in a roundabout way, right? If God says, "Let there be light," where's the light coming from? If he didn't create the sun, moon, and stars until the fourth day of creation, he set down the first day of creation. That's how they're telling us that Lucifer is God. Because God said, "Let there be light." He brought the light. He's the light bringer.
Heavy info. That was the end of that video. I thought that shit was pretty eye-opening. I mean, it does make sense, right? God said, "Let there be light." But there's no fucking sun. He didn't create the sun or the moon or anything yet. He just said, "Let there be light." So where the fuck is the light coming from? You do what you want with that information. I'm not saying... All I'm just saying, it's very interesting that God made light. So he was actually getting light from something or someone, or stating something. Then 4 days later, was he walking around in the dark? Like, there's no sun, there's no moon. If we had no sun, no moon, how dark you think it would be here? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not telling you to go worship any of these people. I'm just saying, when you get introduced to religion, just be open-minded and have a and think for yourself. That's it. I gotta see now if I actually transferred over this information to this phone. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is, give me 6 minutes. I'm gonna come back with the Ripple versus XRP video. Alright? Unfortunately, I thought I sent the information to this phone, so I can't show you anything. And this phone acts up, and it doesn't really... It's not really true. I don't know what's up. You know what it is? I can't update this thing, so I don't know if it's because I can't update it. But whatever the case is, those are the two videos I wanted to hit you off with, alright? Fasting is a very strong, powerful tool. So if you listen to that first video, I explained that. So I'll be on. Let me get my throat ready. And let me switch some shit over. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. I gotta end this so I can switch over this information. 5:30, 5:30. I'll be back. 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes, baby. If nobody knows what time, I don't know where you are in the world. Give me 5 motherfucking minutes.